No cornermen. They're just ready to make the ring walk for the biggest fight that boxing can.
Keep your hands and keep your chin tucked. It's the one that only goes through the shadow in the front. Hope everyone's having a blessed Friday night. And I'm live streaming the Serrano and Taylor fight. Just gonna catch the end of this real quick, man. Maybe talk a little bit of boxing afterwards, man. Not sure how long I'm probably not gonna be long though. But I kind of got hyped to stream this, bro. Damn, yo, Amanda Serrano like lived up all New York like that. Mad Puerto Ricans are out there. Mad Puerto Rican people. That shit make me want to be out there. Okay, so what is it? What we got? It's round 4 already. Damn, my live stream started late as hell. It's round 4. The fight is a lot slower than the last 2 fights, that's for sure. More of a tactical fight. I will say that if it keeps going like this, it really favors Katie Taylor, man. Amanda Serrano is more of a pressure fighter, and I guess they decided to slow it down for this fight. I don't know if that's a good game plan, or maybe they're going to try to close the gap. But if they keep fighting like this favors Katie Taylor, bro. This favors Katie Taylor all day. You can't be you got to put more pressure, man. If you fight on the outside, Katie Taylor is going to outbox you, bro. She's a good boxer. She's a good boxer, bro. I know, bro. Yo, all those Puerto Rican people there. Yo, mad Puerto Rican people were there, bro. That shit reminded me of Tito Trinidad when Tito used to come in the ring, right? Mad people, bro. Man. Yeah, she is, bro. This is the wrong game plan, man. I mean, there's still, see, like that right there. Straight right by Katie Taylor. Amanda with a 1-2 and misses. Katie Taylor circling to the back. Amanda Serrano trying to slowly bring on pressure, throwing a jab with the right hand, working off the southpaw. Another jab by Amanda Serrano. Right hand misses by Serrano. So this is a lot slower pace. This is a lot slower pace than the last 2 fights. That's a good right hand by Katie Taylor. Good right hand by Katie Taylor. Taylor outbound her so far. Hey, man. Hey, yo, HOD. What you thought about, what's her name? What's her name? Baumgartner. Yo, I like Baumgartner, bro. I'm going to be honest with you, bro. Very rarely do women, when you have your hair up like that and you go like 5-6 rounds fighting, she still look beautiful like that, bro. For real, for real. That's strange, ain't it? Usually, I'm not making fun of women. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like, men too. We wake up in the morning like she had her head all back and all greased up, and she had a puffy eye, and still looked prettier than the other girl she was fighting. The other girl looked like a man, bro. They really need to start checking the testosterone on some of these female fighters, man, because some of them look like men, and that's not normal. You don't look like that normally, bro. That's testosterone. Okay, double jab by Amanda Serrano. We are already in round 5, and they have it. The scorecards have it tied. I don't have it tied. I have to be completely honest with you. I have it to Katie Taylor, and I'm praying Amanda Serrano wins this fight. I mean, I think she got robbed in her last fight. The first fight, what was it, a draw or not? I don't know if it was a draw or not, but I do think she should have won that last fight. This is the 3rd time. If she loses this, bro, there ain't going to be no 4th fight, I don't think. Double jab by Serrano. Backing Katie Taylor up. That's a body shot by Amanda Serrano. Good right hand by Serrano. Oh, they bumped heads again. And they were talking about that in the first 2 fights. I don't think Katie Taylor does that on purpose, by the way. I don't think those headbutts are by, I got to be honest, like, I don't think she's doing that on purpose, bro. I don't think she's doing that on purpose. She throws her punches and then she lunges in forward. And then when Serrano goes to grab her, sometimes they kind of hit heads. I don't see anything intentional. Right there, that's another headbutt though. That's another headbutt. Wow, bro. Yo, those are bad headbutts too. Oh my goodness, bro. Look, her face is already like that. And those are from headbutts, I think, bro. I've seen 3 already in this round alone. Good right hand by K. That looked a little bit on purpose. Yo, she does lead with her head. Hold on a second. Y'all seeing the same thing I'm seeing, right? I mean, let me see her face, bro. She's leaning forward with her forehead like that. Hey, what are these things on my chin? What are these things? Hey, y'all have your phone in front of you? What are those purple things by your name? Oh, that's you, Spoderman. Oh, that's you. I'm looking like, why is there purple things by your name? Okay, round 6. Here we go. Round 6. Straight 1-2 by Amanda Serrano. Doesn't land anything. Okay, they have the scorecard as what? They have 48-47 for Amanda Serrano. I don't know if I got it like that. I feel like Katie Taylor's doing more work. Amanda Serrano's not landing as much. This is a way different fight than the first 2 fights, bro. This is a slower pace. There's nothing wrong. I mean, let's be completely honest, bro. These 2 women took years off their. Oh shit! There they go. There they go. They ain't afraid to throw hands, bro. I'll tell you that. These 2 women took years off their life the first 2 fights, bro. I don't mind it's a slower pace, but damn. I just feel like the faster pace benefits Amanda Serrano. If you're gonna stand there and try to be all tactical, to me, that favors Katie Taylor, bro. Katie Taylor is she could box, bro. See, you see how she's moving? She keeps moving to the left, moving to the right. She's bobbing and weaving, throwing combinations and jumping out the way. Amanda Serrano is following her. There you go with her left hand. Got countered. Amanda Serrano got countered again. Katie Taylor's boxing better, bro. She's boxing good. And I don't even want her to win. I'm just not gonna lie. Like that's a headbutt, bro. Come on, ref. I don't think those headbutts are on purpose, but I will tell you this right now. I definitely see why there are headbutts when this woman fights, bro. Every time she throws a combination, she goes like this. She goes 1, 2, 3, and then jumps in to go like grab, but she's leading forward with her head. And if you're standing there and Amanda Serrano's like, okay, I'm gonna grab you too. They go like this and they keep bumping heads. And it's always Amanda Serrano that seems to get her face hit with the top of Katie Taylor's head. Damn, look at that. Damn, these Puerto Rican girls are everywhere. I'm glad I don't got high blood pressure. Bro, I know New York is popping right now, man. This reminds me of like when Tito used to come to New York, bro. Like, that's one thing you could count. Like, bro, when it comes to boxing, bro, Mexican people will support their fighters. They'll go anywhere around the world. But if you Puerto Rican, bro, and you from New York, everybody's coming out, bro. Everybody's coming out. New York is the Mecca, bro. The Mecca of New York Ricans, bro. Nothing but Edgar Berlangas running around there. Okay, let's go. Let's go, Amanda. I'm glad Alicia Baumgardner won. I like Alicia. And I like the fact that it's an all-women's card too, bro. I like it's an all-women's card, bro. Yeah. If you like boxing, you got to support the women too. Fuck that, bro. They put their lives on the line just like anyone else. And some of them give us better fights, to be honest with you. Like, all right, this a way slower. This is the 7th round already. Oh, yeah, this is a 2-minute round too, right? Oh, good shot by Katie Taylor. This is a close fight. Okay, straight right hand. Come on, yo, Amanda Serrano, you got to put some pressure, bro. Come on, Amanda. Come on, bro. You got to put some pressure. Hey, you know what's going to happen? I could already tell you what's going to happen. I can tell you what's going to happen. Based on the first 2 fights, mark it. Yo, what time is it? I'm saying it right now. Based on the first 2 fights, I can tell you right now, Katie Taylor's going to win this fight, and they're going to rob Katie. The first fight was a draw, right? The second fight, Amanda Serrano won, but they robbed her in front of everybody, bro. At least that's how I saw it. Now watch this fight. Katie's gonna win. Like, to the global, like, most people are gonna think Katie won, and they're gonna give it to Amanda. Watch how that. And then because of that, that's the only way I could see a 4. That's the way I could see a 4. Because this fight is nowhere near exciting as the first 2 fights, bro. Nowhere near exciting. They're gonna damn, bro. They're gonna rob Katie. Because they robbed Amanda. They robbed Amanda in the last fight. They're gonna rob Katie this fight, and that's gonna be the excuse to put on a number 4. Watch. Hey, yo, HOD, you still in the comments, bro? Let me know if you're still in the comments, HOD. Guess what I got coming in the mail, bro? I don't know if HOD's there or not. Is he there? Guess what I got coming in the mail? It's my birthday on Sunday. So I never buy myself shit for my birthday, but I went ahead and bought a smart bike, almost like a Peloton. I'll show it to you. It comes with a screen and everything. It comes with magnets, and I could go on a virtual ride. I could put ice, like Iceland or Australia. The screen will pop up, and every time I pedal, it registers my bike as if I'm going on a bike ride. I can't wait that shit. I can't wait to use that, bro. Give me a because I love trying to, get an exercise in, and I was looking at the reviews and everything. That should look dope. It's gonna take me a good hour or 2 to put that together too. All right, it's the 8th round already. Yo, the fans are booing, bro. I never thought I would have heard that. The fans are booing. They're booing. Because that, yo, what do you expect, bro? The first 2 rounds, these 2 women, the first 2 fights, these 2 women almost killed each other. They don't. Oh, good shot by Amanda, but that just missed. Katie is oh, good left hand by Amanda Serrano. Katie Taylor is content on just moving backwards. Maybe she thinks she got the fight. I don't know. Good left hand by Amanda Serrano. Oh, this is a definite Amanda Serrano round. I can tell you that. Oh, man, Katie Taylor's got some blood coming down her cheek, and she's got a cut. I think that bothered Katie Taylor. All right, 2 more rounds. Damn, I'm dumb. Them little white boys look crazy as hell. Okay. Okay. Damn, her trainer is content with her just doing that, bro. Her trainer's content with her not fighting. Why would he tell her that? Katie Taylor's trainer was like, don't exchange. Basically, don't do nothing. That sounds like something you tell Devin Haney, not Katie Taylor. Round 9 out of 10. This should be a 12-round fight, though. If you go, I know women is women, but still, 10-minute, 2-minute rounds, that shit is nothing. That's technically 5, right? 5 regular rounds for men. If you really want to add that all up, right? It's really not a long fight at all. Look, you got a minute left. Oh, it's round 9. You still. And this a way closer fight too. Right hand by Katie Taylor. Swing a 1-2 missed by Amanda Serrano. Combination missed by Katie Taylor. A lot of these punches are missing. Good straight left by Amanda Serrano. Another straight left by Amanda Serrano hits Katie Taylor flush. Left hand lands for Amanda Serrano. Katie Taylor is content with just moving backwards and not doing nothing, which is very... I don't understand what's going on here, bro. This woman is not even trying to fight. Yeah, they're gonna talk a lot of shit about this fight. Good right hand by Amanda Serrano. I don't know if this was the best game plan for Amanda Serrano, bro. I don't really know. Maybe they looked at... The one thing I've always said about Amanda Serrano is her stamina. I've always felt like she's had a stamina issue. Maybe that's why they decided to take this approach. Maybe they thought, we don't want you getting tired down the stretch. But this whole fight has favored Katie Taylor, except for the last 2 rounds. Another good shot by Amanda Serrano. I gave the last 2-3 rounds to Amanda Serrano. But other than that, I got Katie Taylor winning this fight. And the only thing I could think of is maybe they thought that Amanda Serrano was going to get tired again. I don't know. Like, why would she take this approach? This is like, she doesn't even fight like this. And to be honest with you, not for nothing, I don't think Serrano is technical from the outside like that. She is a pressure. She's a Puerto Rican woman with her heart on her sleeve that just comes forward with pressure, bro. That's it. Nothing really that much technical about her. I don't look at Amanda Serrano and go, damn, like, a lot of punches are missing. Katie's missing punches too, though. Katie's missing punches too. Katie, I don't know what Katie's doing. I don't know why Katie did this either. Katie don't fight like this. Both of them don't fight like this, bro. It's the last round. And both of them got minor bruises on their face. The last 2 fights, when it was the last round, they looked like they got hit by a truck. They look like, you know what I mean? Their whole face was all discombobulated and everything. They're going to give they're going to give this to Amanda. And people are going to say, Katie got robbed. Because the last fight, Serrano won. And they robbed her and gave it to Katie. They're going to give this fight to Serrano. And that's going to give an excuse to put a fight number 4. That's the only thing I could think of, bro. I want to see the punch stats because a lot of these punches were missing, bro. Both of them just punching air. Good combination by Katie Taylor. Another combination by Katie Taylor, but like only one punch landed. Like 4 through is the air. What are you doing? Oh, good left hand. Good left hand by Serrano. Air. Jabbing the air. 2 punches to the air. 1 punch landed. Good shot by Amanda Serrano. 20 seconds left. Y'all might as well just go crazy, bro. Come on. Yeah, this was the worst fight of all of them. They gonna give it to Amanda. Watch. They gonna give it to Amanda, bro. They gonna give it to Amanda because the last one they robbed Amanda in the last. Yo, it makes perfect sense, bro. It makes perfect sense. First one, draw. Second one, Amanda wins, but they give it to Katie. Third one, Katie wins, but they give it to Amanda. Watch, bro. They do this shit all the time. They do this all the time. Yeah. Horrible game plan, bro. I don't agree with that at all. If you're gonna stand on the outside and not try to get close, Katie Taylor is by far a better boxer, bro. If we're talking keep our distance, stay in the middle of the ring, throwing jabs and circling, Katie Taylor is more technical. So I don't know what Amanda was thinking. Like I said, the only thing I could think of is you could look back at those first 2 fights and you could visibly see that Amanda Serrano was tired towards the end of those fights. Like she was really tired, man. So I'm thinking that maybe they took the approach of let's stay on the outside and later on during the fight try to create pressure. The only problem is they never did that. They stayed in the outside the whole fight. Like they never even attempt. Like I don't get it. It's very weird. You remember the last fight? To me, the second fight was the most exciting, right? It was the most exciting. But I also feel like Amanda got tired in the last couple of rounds of their second fight. And she was taking unnecessary shots. Okay, their scorecard is 95-95, the unofficial scorecard, which would make it a draw. I think they're going to give it to Amanda. Watch. They're gonna do fight number 4. I'm saying it now before it's red, bro. First fight was a draw. Second fight, they robbed Amanda, gave it to Katie. This fight, you could say Katie won, but they're gonna rob Katie and give it to Amanda. Here we go. Man, they better be careful in the parking lot with all them Puerto Ricans in New York, bro. There'll be fights and everything. Y'all better give it to fucking Amanda. Man, I can't wait till there's another Tito Trinidad, bro. Bring it back to New York like that, bro. That shit reminds me. Why are they taking the scorecard so long, bro? What's going on? Here we go. Damn. Judge Mark Lyson sees the contest 95 to 95. 95. Bruh, that's it, bro. Just stop it, bro. Just don't even fight her again, bro. That was a horrible game plan, bro. I mean, I gotta agree. I gotta agree. I gotta agree. I agree with the decision. I don't know what. Yeah, this was the right decision. This was the right decision. She won this fight. I think she lost the last fight, and they robbed Amanda the last fight, but that's how it rolls, man. And you know what, man? I'm really interested to hear who told, like, who was like, I'm gonna fight her like that. Like, I don't understand. Like, who thought that was a great idea to fight like that? I don't understand. Like, she's never fought like that ever. She looks disappointed now. I'm completely confused right now because I'm still don't understand why she did that. Damn, yo, she looked like she's gonna cry, bro. Poor thing. Hold on, let me grab my drink real quick. Bro, that's a dumbass game plan, bro. I don't understand that, bro. Huh? Won the first two what? Won the first two what? The first two rounds? Nah, bro. She won more than 2 rounds. Bro, you gave her 2 rounds the whole fight, bro. That's crazy, bro. What were you watching? You didn't give her seven. No, what was it? Oh, the first two fights. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. That's the first fight. Honestly, I think Katie won the first fight. I think Katie won the first fight. I think the second fight, Amanda clearly won, and they robbed her. That's just this is my personal opinion, right? This fight right here, Katie all day. Katie all day. She started off the fight in the middle of the round. Like I don't understand why she even did this. Oh, you hear her? You hear her? It sounds like she throwing somebody under the bus. You hear her? You hear her? Clear as day. She says, and I believe her. I believe her. I believe her. Clear as day. She said, I did exactly what my corner told me to do. My corner told me to be smart. My corner told me to be not so aggressive, and I believe her because she don't fight like that. That's the type of shit you fire your what was the fight where when Oscar De La Hoya fought Felix Trinidad, right? The last 4 rounds, his corner told him to play it safe. And that's exactly what he did. And he fired everybody. He fired everybody when he lost. You know what I mean? Amanda don't fight like that. So she followed whatever game plan they gave her, which was horrible, bro. Like, I'm not even saying I'm a better trainer or whatever, but as a boxing fan watching this fight, I would never tell Amanda to stand to try to outbox Katie by standing on the outside. Katie is better. She's a better mover. You know what I mean? Like, she's better moving from side to side. And I don't know, man. You got to blame your trainer for that, for telling you to do that, bro. This was by far the most boring out of the 3, but I ain't really mad at it because the first 2 fights, they damn near killed each other, man. They damn near killed each other. Yep, Katie just said, I ain't fighting her again. So tomorrow, man, we got good fights throughout like the next couple of months. Boxing got some good fights in the next couple of months. We got good fights tomorrow. We got good fights the week after that. Shit, we got Canelo and Crawford. Yo, tomorrow's card is kind of lit, bro. I didn't even know that Matias was fighting on that card tomorrow. So you got Matias on the card. You got David Morrell on the card. You got Shakur Stevenson on the card. Of course, you got Berlanga. I saw the press conference with David Benavidez and Anthony Yard and Devin Haney. And Devin Haney, bro, I didn't even make a video on Devin because this is some crazy shit, bro. Like, this whole brawl situation, right? The whole brawl. Why am I so dark? The whole brawl situation, right? So I was looking at this whole Devin Haney thing, right? How he, grabbed Brian Norman Jr. and everything like that, right? I'm gonna be dead ass with you, bro. Like, I get it. Normally, under normal circumstances, I would go live and talk about that for hours. I would try to break that down step by step, right? Normally. And I'm not saying this as like, I want to see the fight, bro. I'm glad Devin is fighting Brian Norman Jr. Let me make that clear. I'm glad he's fighting him, bro. But I'm not going to sit there and dissect the little brawl because it's like, I've seen this before, man. I've seen Devin in front of his entourage, right? Are we forgetting that they tried to attack this random Mexican eating cotton candy at the carnival because I guess he made a comment in regards to the Ryan Garcia fight? I mean, it's just promotion. It would be different if I thought Devin is gonna do something different. I don't think he is, bro. I would love nothing more than to, I swear to you, bro, y'all, people think I'm lying, but I would love nothing more than to go live on Sunday and go, Devin Haney surprised me. Devin Haney surprised me and put on a masterclass. I would have no problem doing it. I wouldn't be like, it wouldn't be one of them situations where I'm like, damn, I don't want to say this. I don't want to give him his props. Nah, I do. I just want to see good fights. That's it, really. I just want to see good fights at the end of the day. I just don't want to see boring fights. That's all it is. And him trying to do that little brawl shit that he did, ain't really nothing much to dissect. I've seen him do this before, time and time again. It ain't gonna change nothing that's gonna happen when that bell rings. It is in Devin Haney's best interest to stay away from Brian Norman Jr. when that bell rings, and I don't blame him. You know, but that you still got Sam Noakes on that card with Abdullah Mason, right? Tomorrow, I think tomorrow, the Matias fight versus Puello, that's a good fight. The dude that's fighting David Morrell, that's gonna be a barn burner, bro. And that dude is definitely on PEDs. That dude is on PEDs. Nobody looks like that, bro. Like that's clear as day. This guy's got his 6-pack got an 8-pack, which got a 12-pack in it. He literally looks like he's sculptured, bro. Like one of them sculptures. That's not even Antonio. Was it Antonio Tarver? Y'all heard what Antonio Tarver said when the dude stepped on the scale. Antonio Tarver said, he said, "No way." He said, "No way. I fought in that weight class. I've been in that weight class my whole entire career. No way." That's what he kept saying. He didn't say he's on steroids. He just said, "No way." And but that's gonna be a good fight. Berlanga threw a thong at De La Hoya. That shit was hilarious. He threw a thong at him. Let me see that again. Yeah, I know why Berlanga is mad at De La Hoya. Did you hear when Oscar De La Hoya told Berlanga? Did you hear when he told him? He said, "You're not Puerto Rican." He said, "You're not Puerto Rican," and then he made fun of him for he said, "You lost to Canelo, and all you did was say to him, 'Oh, you're my idol, you're my,'" and that's literally what he did too, by the way. I'm not gonna get you're not gonna beat my ass, and after I'm getting my ass whooped, I'm gonna look at you and say, "You my idol." Nah, bruh. Even if I got respect for you, I'm gonna wait till the day after. I'm not gonna say that in the middle of the ring. You look weird saying some shit like that, bro. I wonder. I bet you HLD thinks. I bet you HLD thinks Amanda Serrano got robbed. I bet you. I bet you HLD mad as hell right now. She's probably like, "Man, they just keep robbing her, man." Nah, she lost this time, bro. I think she won. She won her last fight. I think she got robbed her last fight, but this fight she clearly lost, bro. No, yeah, bro, you already know, bro. HOD right now is mad as hell. He's mad. He's over there. I don't know where he's at right now. He's swinging. Yo, you ever seen Boys in the Hood? You ever seen Boys in the Hood when Trey when Trey got mad that his boy got shot and he just started swinging in the air and shit? He was swinging in the air. And his father was trying to stop him from going out the house. That's HOD right now. He's just swinging in the air. He's mad as hell. Nah, bro. Like she followed. That was a wrong game plan, man. And you know what? She kind of admitted it too. I mean, she didn't throw nobody under the bus. She didn't say names specifically, but she did come out of her mouth and say, they were like, "So are you surprised at the scorecards?" And she was like, "Well, I did exactly what my corner told me to do." And she did, bro. Let's be honest. She did, because she don't fight like that. And her corner is the one to blame, because you're not gonna outbox Katie Taylor from trying to stay on the outside all night, bro. That's not even your style. If you were gonna do that and then maybe in the later rounds close the gap, it'd have been totally different. But that's not what she did. That's not what she did. I thought when she came out like that, when she came out like that, I thought, "Hey, what's going on, Tycho? I'm not trying to clown you, not in my presence." What you mean, not in my presence? Who you, bro? Who you? You look how HOD talking. You trying to clown me, not in my presence. Motherfucker, I clowned you live. motherfucker, in front of everybody. Yeah, what you mean your presence? That is you. You probably are like, shit, man, they robbed her, man. That's what you do, HOD. That's what you do. Like, I speak no lies when it comes to you. You're my guy, but I'm not going to speak no lies when it comes to you. You know how you are. Okay, HOD. Who won? Who won, HOD? No. I'm not talking about who won. Who you think won? Hey, prove my point. Who you think won? You think Katie won or you think Amanda Serrano won? I know, Tycho. I know. HOD think, bro, let me tell you something, bro. HOD be trying to do slick shit, bro. He be trying to do slick shit. I be going back in my lives and I be noticing the stuff he be saying, sometimes taking shots at me. I don't think he really means it. It's just how he is. But he say something to me, I'm gonna say something back. That's why we have this rapport that we have. HOD is part of this channel. Regardless of whatever crazy, stupid shit he says, he's part of this channel. But he tries to keep it 100 with me. I keep 100 with him. Yes, Taylor. It was a horrible game plan, G Funky. It was a horrible game plan, bro. Like, Amanda Serrano does not fight like that. Amanda Serrano is a pressure fighter. You're not gonna beat Katie Taylor trying to beat her from the distance when, first off, Katie Taylor moves better on her feet. So that, I don't even blame Amanda. For that, because she clearly said after the fight, like she said, the first thing out of her mouth was, I listen to my corner. Okay? She was like, they told me to play it safe and to slow it down. And I know why they did that. The second fight, Amanda got in the first fight, but not so much the first fight than it was actually the second fight. The second fight, Amanda Serrano got extremely tired. And in my opinion, she was getting hit with unnecessary shots towards the end of the second fight. Leading up to the last couple of rounds, she was taking unnecessary punishment. And I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that she's got mad heart. She's got a lot of heart and a lot of pride, and she will fight you, bro. And but the later half of the second fight, she should have, slowed down a little bit, because she doesn't have the greatest defense, right? She doesn't have the greatest defense. Like, to me, Katie is a better technical fighter. Now, that could be debatable, but I mean, she's beat her. Amanda never beat her, even though I do think Amanda got robbed her last fight. But regardless, at the end of the day, she followed her cornerman's advice in this fight, and look what happened. Right, that's what she tried to do. Well, the whole thing is, G Funky, she's a pressure fighter. So I just think it's ridiculous. To tell somebody that fights like Amanda Serrano to try to outbox Katie. That's not going to work, bro. It's not going to work. So, but you know what I do give her a lot of props on, though, G Funky? You know what I give Amanda a lot of props on? She made it clear at the end of the fight, right? I did what my corner told me to do. Most fighters don't do what their cornermen tell them to do. Right? Look, let's take Alicia Baumgardner, right? Alicia Baumgardner, she won her fight, right? Derek James kept telling her to not just rush in. He kept saying, if you're going to come in, if you're going to commit, if you're going to try to get her when she's on the ropes, right? Then I need you to throw 1 or 2 jabs, right? He clearly was saying that to her in the beginning, and go to the body. If you go back and watch from the beginning, he's like, go to the body. And if you want to attack her, that's fine. But I don't want you to just go in and not throw nothing. If you're going to go in, I want you to throw 1 or 2 jabs, then go in. Throw something. Don't just go in and get hit, right? Alicia wasn't listening. So by like the 5th round, then Derek James was like, bruh, I'm telling you, throw your jab. And then like by like the end of the fight, he's like imploring her. Then he's like, don't what do you say? Don't let her breathe. And throw the fucking jab and go to the body. Like she wasn't listening. Some fighters just don't listen. Amanda, whatever they told her to do, she did from round 1. I've never seen Amanda fight like that. So that is the corner, not Amanda. What does the CompuBox got to do with her getting hit too much towards the end of the fight, HOD? I know you're mad that she lost, HOD. I know you're mad. And when you get mad, you try to just say everybody's wrong about whatever they say. I know how you are, HOD. I've known you for years, brother. I've known you for years. In your mind right now, you don't think Amanda Serrano lost. I know how you are. Just like if Teofimo Lopez was to get knocked the fuck out, you would be sitting here like, you have no idea what you're talking about. He didn't get knocked out, all right? He had some condition prior to the fight. Like, that's what you do. I don't do that. I don't do that. If I like you as a fighter, I'm going to say, hey, I wanted him to win, but he lost. That's what I do. I don't know what you do. I know what I do. I said in the second fight, I thought Serrano won. She was getting hit with unnecessary shots leading down the stretch, brother. Leading down the stretch. Your answer to that is look at the CompuBox number. Okay, that makes no sense. That makes no sense. What does that have to do with her taking unnecessary shots? And what does that have to do with her lack of defense? Yes, it was a shitty game plan. It was a shitty game plan, bro. At least Alicia won, bro. And Alicia did look like shit too. But first off, Alicia, let me make it clear. Alicia looked like shit performance-wise. She don't look like shit in person. She had a lot of time off. So she's got, I'm not going to say an excuse, but she wasn't as active. She had like a 2-year layoff, right? Okay, that's a 2-year layoff. Amanda, I don't blame her specifically because right after the fight was over, the first thing that came out of her mouth told you everything that you need to know. She said, I listened to my corner. I need to go back and go see what my corner says because my corner told me to fight a smart fight and to slow down. Right. And that's exactly what she did because she doesn't fight like that. But I can tell you right now, it was a horrible game plan. It was a horrible game plan. And it showed. And I think the right person got the win tonight. Whereas the last fight, I thought they kind of stole it from Amanda. But I think the right woman got the win tonight. So you think Alicia lost? Nah, I would be honest if I thought she lost. It was a close fight. It was a close fight, and her too. She was getting caught doing exactly what Derek James told her not to do. She kept getting caught because she was rushing in and not throwing anything. That's why that girl. What was the girl's name that she fought? That's why she kept getting countered. And Derek James was getting frustrated with her. He's like, bro, I got no problem with you trying to go at her at the ropes. Like, I don't care if you attack her. My issue is if you're gonna attack her, you don't just move forward with your hands down. Throw something. But I think it was more of a think it was more of a layoff and maybe a stamina thing with Alicia. But Alicia does look like she probably needs to be fighting in a higher weight class. I think she needs to be fighting in a higher weight class. Not at all. Not at all. And he got frustrated with her. He got frustrated with her. You know, but this is why I'm kind of like not mad at Amanda though. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not mad at Amanda because look, bro, look at this. Alicia hardly listens to what her trainer says and won the fight. Amanda listens to what her trainer says from the first round and loses the fight. You see what I'm saying? But I like the fact that Amanda is able to listen to her coach. You know what I mean? Like, she's able to listen to it. Well, you said the HLD? I'm gonna leave HLD be. He's mad. He's mad right now. I know he's probably upset. Baumgartner has no understanding about range. She punches and stays right there to get hit. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what was actually alarming is what JC and what me and JC have been saying. Like, I find it crazy that you would think, right, if every time I tried to move forward and you hit me, right, I'm just saying, I'm trying to get in the mind of a fighter because maybe I just don't know. But you would think, right, if I'm trying to move forward and every time I move forward, you hit me, right? And I go back to the corner and my trainer's like, Shadow, you cannot just come forward. Every time you move forward, you see what's happening? You're getting punched in the face. So what I need you to do is either move to the side, or if you choose to go forward, throw a punch, right? He tells me that, and then I continue to do the same thing and keep getting hit. I don't know at what point do I not go, well, maybe I should move to the left or move to the right or throw something. And that's exactly what was happening to Alicia Baumgartner. Like, Derek James kept repeating the same shit over and over and over and over again, and she was not listening. She looked like she was I don't know if she was on something, but I'll tell you what, the fight after she got popped, if you look at the fight that she had after she got, now first off, correct me if I'm wrong, but when she got popped for whatever she got popped for, wasn't she eventually cleared? I know it took time, but wasn't she eventually cleared? What I do know is this: whatever she was popped for, the following fight, when she came to fight, she did not look like that. She looked less muscular, chubby, right? Once again, she looked in great shape today. You don't think she looked ripped today, JC? You don't think she looked? I thought she did. I kind of thought, I was like, is she taking something? But then I saw her fight, and I'm like, nah, she's just in good shape. She definitely was. She definitely was in worse shape. The fight after she got popped, bro, the one that you're talking about, JC, though, she looked horrible. She didn't even look like Alicia, bro. She didn't look like she was in shape or nothing. But this fight, she looked like she was in shape. She the only you know, Alicia, if I was her, I'm just saying, if I was her, I would pursue a career in like modeling or something, bro. While you're still young and you still have a beautiful face like that, take advantage of that, bro. Get paid. Get paid. She's a beautiful woman, bro. With a mouthpiece and everything, her hair all back with a black eye, she still looked better than 98% of the women fighting. If I was her, I would get some sort of, I don't know. It was crazy the one time when Adrian Broner was calling her a thought. That shit was fucked up. When Adrian Broner said all the boxers had been through her, that was kind of messed up. But then that's Adrian Broner talking. But she got popped for 2 different drugs, and one was an experimental drug. Experimental? If it's experimental, then how is it illegal? I don't know. I don't know. So I'm not questioning you. I'm just saying, if it's experimental, don't they have to find out if something's bad for you before they ban it, or just maybe it had some other shit in there? Well, either way, bro. Either way, at the end of the day, when she got popped and she came back, she looked different, bro. Today she looked like she was back in shape. I like Alicia Baumgardner, but she was not listening to Derek James at all. She was not listening to Derek James. She made that fight extremely hard on herself. And to be honest, bro, to be honest with you, like, he wasn't even saying, I'm losing my voice. He wasn't even saying anything like crazy either. It's not like he was giving her like some crazy ass advice that like you would sit back and go, damn, that's a, and I'm not saying, like, I like Derek James. I'm just saying he was giving her basic fucking instructions, bro. Just basic shit. Like, don't move forward without throwing a punch, because every time you move forward and you're not throwing nothing, you're getting countered in the face. So either move to the left, step to the right, or if you're gonna move forward, throw something. And then very basic instructions, bro. Nothing like, this isn't like advice from like prophets in the sky or some shit. This is just basic shit. Move to the left, move to the right. If you're gonna move forward, throw a punch. Bro, she didn't do none of that. And what's crazy too is she was talking to him as if that shit's got to be frustrating, bro. That's got to be frustrating. If I was a coach and my fighter's in front of me and I'm like, all right, bro, look, stop doing that. All right. Okay, sir. All right. So you're going to move to the left, right? Or move to the right. Or if you're going to go over here, throw a punch. You got it? Got it. Same shit happens. Come back to the corner. I'll be like, bro, what happened? We just talked about this last round. What are you doing? You're doing the same shit. Got it, sir. Got it, sir. Are you sure this time? Are you sure? Yes, sir. I got it, sir. I got it, sir. Okay. Same shit. That's gotta be so frustrating, bro. I would flip my fucking lid, bro. I'd be like, I would throw the chair or some shit. I'd be like, are you listening to the words that's coming out of my mouth, bro? Stop moving forward without throwing a punch. Yes, sir. She did the same shit. Poor fucking Alicia. What's going on, EQ? Yeah, she was the better boxer, bro. She was the better boxer. I don't know why the hell they did that. I will tell you this. I don't know when you got here, but Amanda listened to her corner, though. You got to commend her for that. Because like I said, you have fighters that don't listen to their corner, right? So here goes the ironic shit. And this is how boxing is boxing. This is why boxing is unlike any other sport in the world. You got one fighter who won't listen to their trainer for a damn thing. She won't listen to, he's basically yelling at her. And I'm losing my voice. He's yelling at her. She doesn't listen. She wins. Then you have the other fighter come in, does exactly what the corner says to the T, and loses. I don't understand why they would attempt to have her fight like that. That's what I don't understand why. I'm still confused. Like, the only thing I can think of is this. Like I said, when I looked at the second fight, I gave it to Amanda. Okay. The first fight, I don't remember, but I believe the next day I said Katie won. The first fight was a close fight, bro. So was the second one. But I thought the second one for sure, Amanda won. Right. And I do remember during that live stream, I said, if she loses this fight, it's because of those last couple of rounds where I feel like she should have eased up on the gas a little bit, because she was throwing so many punches, she was negating her defense and getting hit. So she was upping the offense in the later rounds. She was upping the offense, but the trade-off was she was getting countered by Katie in the last 3 rounds. And I felt like she had done enough, not enough to kind of like not fight. You got to fight still. You got to fight still. But I feel like she had done enough to where she didn't have to be so aggressive the last like 4 rounds. At least 2 of those, she could have just eased up a little bit. And I feel like at least save something for the last 2 rounds, because what she did was every round she seemed like she was emptying her tank. Empty, 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 empty. Then the last 2 rounds come, and I think Katie won those last 2 rounds, or especially the last round. I think the last round, Katie won. I remember Amanda was like this at one point, and Katie's punches were snapping her head back. I remember that. I'm like, yo, her head is getting snapped back because the steam had let off her punches. She was throwing so many, her output was so high, but there was like not a lot of leverage in the punches. Like I said, she was getting countered. And I remember at the end of that fight, I said, if she loses, it's because of that. But I still thought she won. They robbed her. At least I feel like they robbed her. The only thing I could think of is this fight. They looked back at that second fight and said, okay, she got tired. We're going to play this smart. And I'm okay with that. If you're going to do that for the first couple of rounds, she did that the whole fight. You're not going to beat Katie Taylor like that. You're not going to beat her like that. To the contrary opinion of others, Katie is technical, as you saw tonight. As you saw tonight. If you didn't think she was technical, she showed you tonight she was technical. With her feet, at least. Amanda was punching air. I don't know. Where is Pancho? Pancho's my guy. He, I'm not sure where he lives, but I think we're on a different time zone. So a lot of times when I go live, he's not here. But Pancho's my guy, bro. Just like Tycho, and there's a few of y'all in here has been watching me for years. G Funky, Tycho. I got a small, subscriber count, but it's the same people. You know what I mean? That rock with me. I appreciate that. I do. Yeah, I just think it was a bad game plan overall. Hey, Tycho, what do you think about what do you think about your guy Devin, bro? Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. We have some great fights this whole year, man. I'm actually happy for boxing, bro. I really am. I think we got some great fights this year. A lot. We got a lot of good fights this year, bro. Look, tomorrow, hardly nobody's talking about Matias and Puello. Right? Tomorrow you got Matias and Puello, Morel, and that other dude, which I know for a fucking fact is on steroids. The dude Morel is fighting? What's his name? This dude? The dude David Morel is fighting? Yeah. I bet you if he took a piss, straight steroids would come out into the cup. Whatever steroids look like, it would fill up the cup. That dude looks like he's on some shit, bro. But as we know, as people know that's been watching boxing our whole lives, right? We know that number one, PEDs, a lot of fighters take it. Not saying it's okay. I'm just saying those that know, a lot of people take it. Some people are just very smart. And some people are in certain programs where they'll never get caught. And then, not only that, but let's not forget, that shit does not tell you when to throw a punch, when to block, when to circle, when to parry. when to go to the body. It doesn't teach you none of that. In fact, I can make a case where PEDs make you look worse. How many of y'all think Fernando Vargas was on PEDs when he fought De La Hoya? Either, you know, I wasn't too knowledgeable at that time. I was just a kid. And I remember him saying something like, yeah, I got a great nutritionist. Yeah, we're eating a lot of steak and lean meat, up in protein. Yeah. Yogurt and steak does that to you? Really? What kind of yogurt you eating, man? That shit ain't help him. That ain't help him. De La Hoya beat that ass. And I still can't believe Berlanga threw a thong. Oh, the fight's over. The fight's over. Amanda Serrano lost. No, they don't, bro. No, they don't. They don't. They don't. And look, man, to this day, I will die to my grave saying this. The way whatever happened with Ryan that night is the most suspect shit I've ever seen in my life. I don't even like Ryan that much, bro. It was the most I've never seen anything like that in my life, bro. Never. I've never seen somebody pass all these tests and then only after he beats the brakes off somebody and the next morning the brother's like, I spoke to Allah. Don't worry, I'm not worried. Allah said it'll come back dirty. Like that shit, the way that shit panned out, I've never seen anything like that, bro. And it was highly suspect to me. Highly suspect to me. But either way, it don't matter because I look at it like this. I'm clearly, I try to be a right or wrong guy, right? If you get popped for something, bro, then you need to get hit with whatever the fuck the punishment is, bro. You shouldn't be cheating, bro, at the end of the day. With that being said, that shit don't teach you when to throw a punch, when to do what, or this and that. Like, come on, bro. That shit is not responsible for you repeatedly getting hit with the same fucking punch. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. Like PEDs, me taking something shouldn't make your defense bad. It's not like I take something and all of a sudden your defense is not good no more, or you're dropping your hands when you're throwing a jab, or you seem to be open for a counter every time you throw a certain punch and I see it and I'm able to hit you. Like, okay, I get it. If you want to be all technical with maybe the speed or the power or whatever, the blah, blah. Okay, fine. That still got nothing to do with the shit you doing wrong. What I put in my body got nothing to do with your defense and the way you're fighting. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And look, and I already know, like let's take this for example, bro. Devin Haney, right? I know for a fact that in his head right now, right? And I actually see people falling for it, and it's fine. It's fine. Look, it's content. I've never ever said the Haneys aren't content. The Haneys are content, bro. All right, Bill Haney, all these guys will bring content to your channel. They actually bring good. There's nothing better than when you have a average day going on in boxing and there's hardly nothing to talk about, and Bill Haney does something, bro. It's good content. I'll never take that away from them, bro. And I'll never take away the hard work that Bill does for his son, regardless whether I think it's bullshit, what he's saying or lying or whatever. It's good content. But make no mistake, Devin, I've seen this before. Devin was embarrassed when he lost to Ryan, upset when he lost to Ryan. So when he sees a Mexican at the carnival, what does he do? He tries to jump the Mexican with his entourage. They couldn't even knock that kid out. You know, the average Mexican eating cotton candy, waiting for the Ferris wheel. Couldn't knock him out, right? Now, you know, he wants to prove a point, right? But how many of you are like gullible? How many of you guys really look at that and go, oh no, Devin grabbed him, or there's a little scuffle. Oh no, Devin's gonna fight differently now. Y'all know what's gonna happen when that bell ring. Y'all know. Until he proved me wrong. Y'all know it's gonna be the same shit. That's why, even though I get it, it's promotion and I'm happy for the fight, I don't look at that and go, oh shit, Devin ain't playing with this boy. That shit don't even enter my mind. I see the way he's acting. I saw the press conference yesterday. I saw Devin talking tough. Look, he gets respect from me, at least. Anybody that puts on gloves gets respect, bro. You don't play this shit, you could die. Sasaki, the guy that Devin's fighting, the guy knocked out Brian Norman Jr. knocked out Sasaki, right? Sasaki said, Brian Norman Jr. said he called Sasaki on the phone because he wanted to know if it's true that he lost his memory. And Sasaki did lose his memory. He didn't lose the memory of what happened that day or that night or the week leading up or the press conference. He lost up to a month of his life. He don't remember what happened the last month. And then the memory started coming back a couple of days later, right? So that's who Devin's fighting, right? And so Devin, at the end of the day, you don't play boxing. So anybody that gets in the ring is always going to have respect from me. And I would love nothing more in my life than for me to wake up on a Sunday and go, yo, that Devin Haney fight was off the chain. Yeah, like for you guys that know me for a long time, you guys know all I want to do is see good fights. Like, you really think it's hard for me to sit up here and go, I did a short where I looked at the camera and said, Devin Haney, I respect for you taking the fight. Like, it's not hard for me. It's not hard for me if Tio was to lose or get knocked out. It's not hard for me to go the next day and go, yo, Tio lost, bro. Tio lost and got knocked out. It's not hard for me. It's not hard for me. I would love nothing more than to be like, yo, Devin mollywopped Brian Norman Jr. I swear. If he was to go in there and beat the fuck out of Brian Norman Jr. Sunday, best believe I'm doing a 2-3 hour live congratulating Devin up and down, because I'm not a hater and I know this shit. Like, this is more, a lot of shit that I say anyway isn't even personal because I don't know these people. But at the end of the day, I can only go off the history, right? Just like you can only go off what I do. If every day I came on here and took personal attacks at you guys, if every day I went live and I would just talk about your moms or your girl, I'd say, fuck this, tell your mom to eat a you know what. If I did that every day, every single day, first off, I don't know why you would be here, but why would you keep coming back and watching me? But I'm just saying, if I did that every single day, and I did it for years, would you believe me if one day you guys came up here and I was like, all right, y'all, I'm not doing that no more? Like, wouldn't you be like, who are you lying to, bro? You've done it for the past 2 years. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I get that it's promotion. I get what it is. You're not going to put it in my head like when that bell rings, you're going to do anything different. If you did that against Jose Ramirez, who is slower, in his prime, does not hit as hard. And by the way, people keep forgetting Brian Norman Jr. can cut the ring off, bro. I think a lot of people are still underestimating this kid. I don't know what it is, but I feel like the boxing public just underestimates Brian Norman Jr. I really do. Some of them have been changing the tune, but I remember shit a couple years ago. I remember a lot of channels were shitting on this kid. And you still got some that are like, oh, well, who'd he fight? Here goes the crazy thing about that. Let's look at that for a second. I saw Devin Haney yesterday say to Brian Norman Jr., yeah, he's knocking out people. But who has he knocked out? Who has he fought? Like, I feel like that is the worst type of game that Devin should be playing right now. Because, I mean, are we serious right now? Who did Devin beat or knock out? In a way where you're like, damn, Devin dominated him. Who? One guy that I believe Devin dominated was Regis Prograis, bro. That's it. He did well against Loma. I still think Loma won that fight. He dominated Kambosos. Kambosos is a one-hit wonder. He beat Tio, bro. That's it. And that will haunt Tio for the rest of his life. And by the way, I'm sick and tired, bro, of trying to stick up for Tio and his undecisive ass, bro. Tio, I fuck with you in the ring, bro. But until you understand what the fuck you want to do, bro, I don't know. I can't, bro. I can't do this shit, bro. You don't know what you want. You don't know what you want in your career. You making people think you scared of Devin, bro. For real. You making people think you... I know you're not scared of Devin, bro, but you making it seem like that. You really do. And that's what I was going to get into. Because it's like, anybody that he beat was over the hill. Not the same no more, coming off an injury, or there was like a 30, 40 pound fucking weight difference, bro. It's not the same. So he sits up there and tries to degrade Brian Norman Jr., right? Okay. You're gonna degrade Brian Norman Jr., and I still feel like the boxing public is looking at Brian Norman Jr. like he can't fight, bro. He's sending people to the hospital. Like, what part are you guys not understanding, bro? He's going to catch Devin. At least I think so. If Devin were to beat this guy, bro, in a Toro Gotti type Mayweather performance, I swear to you, bro, I would not be upset. I don't know why, like, people think I hate people. I hate nobody, but there is a rivalry when it comes to boxing, and it ain't even per se a Tio and Devin thing. It ain't even that. I particularly gravitate to fighters to where when I'm done watching the fight, I go, that was a watchable fight. That was a fun fight. That is a fight I could put on again and watch on a random day. Those are the fighters I like. I do not like zero defense fighters, bro. And to just give you a perfect example, you know who I'm not a fan of? Julio Cesar Chavez. I'm not. And I know some of you guys might be like, oh, come on, Shadow. How the fuck can you say that? I'm not. He came forward. He throws a lot of body punches. Granted ass chin, granted ass heart, and he wouldn't stop. But that's about it for me. Wasn't really that technical. He had great body punches, of course. And he got an iron chin, bro. It's like Canelo almost in a way. You can't knock that dude out. That's not the fighters I gravitate to. I gravitate more to a fighter that can fight going backwards, a fighter that is a counterpuncher, a fighter that throws his jab. It ain't just like, oh, I love the fighters that just go in there and just throws 1,000 punches around. Nah, bro, I like technique. That's what I prefer. But I also know I'm not stupid. I know that it's harder to not get hit and hit somebody. Like, it's way harder. You tell me what's harder. Tell me what's harder. You to do. Let's take Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor for example, right? Katie Taylor, for some odd reason tonight, decided to go in there and try to outbox Katie Taylor instead of doing what she normally does, which is come forward, put on pressure, and throw a lot of punches. No, somebody told her in her camp, somebody said, Nah, let's chill and let's try to outbox Katie Taylor. Let's try to stand in the middle and outpoint her. I don't know why you thought that was going to work, bro. It's not going to work. But you tell me what's harder. Somebody to throw a lot of punches like, let's take a Brandon Figueroa. Let's take like a Brandon Figueroa. Y'all know who Brandon Figueroa is, right? What was the other guy's name? He was huge for the division. Huge. Jarrett Hurd. Y'all remember Jarrett Hurd? Does Jarrett Hurd still fight? Jarrett Hurd, Brandon Figueroa, Leo Santa Cruz. Y'all hear these names? Leo Santa Cruz, Jarrett Hurd, Brandon Figueroa. Y'all hear those names? Those are all pressure fighters. Now, which one you think is harder to do those type of styles? Not harder physically, harder just to do in general. Or to do something like what Shakur does. Now, I know this is going to be an unpopular opinion. I think it's harder to do what Shakur does. Shakur stands, he doesn't fight like Devin. Shakur stands in front of your face, not too far, not too close, and is able to hit you while you're throwing punches. He's moving his waist a lot of the times, moving out the way and still hitting you. That's frustrating as hell. Somebody's in front of your face. You can't hit him. And if you do hit him, he's rolling with the punches and shit like that. You're hardly hitting him, or he's making you miss completely. Meanwhile, he's tagging your ass up. May not be the hardest shots in the world, but he's tagging you up. Jab, right hand, left hook. Can't hit me. Can't touch me. Jab, jab, jab. Like, that shit to me is harder, and it's also more frustrating. And I still think that is 10 times more action-packed than going around on your feet for fucking 12 rounds. Just evading, only throwing a punch when a person comes within your close proximity. Now, some of you guys might go, Shadow, you don't know what you're talking about, bro. That's boxing. No, that's being scared, bro. That's being scared. That's that I don't want to be here type shit, bro. My bad. I don't want to watch fights like that. I don't. I would rather watch somebody like Shakur. Which is why I feel like the whole Tom and Jerry shit is so unfair. Why is the Turk calling Shakur Tom and Jerry? I think he's trolling him, but still, why? Why are you insinuating that he does what Devin does? When last I checked, last time you had a fight for Shakur, the dude that was supposed to fight him pulled out 2 days before the fight. You scramble up some fucking union worker. And I say that lightly because, you know, I don't call people cab drivers, but he was. Is he not a union worker? Was the dude not an electrician? You literally went out and found an electrician that was available to fight that day. And Shakur could have been like, man, fuck that. I ain't fighting this guy. No, Shakur was like, you know what? I'm already out here. The guy I'm supposed to fight doesn't, for whatever reason, he's not gonna fight. You found me some electrician? Fuck it. I'm gonna fight him. And Shakur knocks him out. You got a problem with that. Why do you have a problem with that? Oh, you don't like the way he stopped him? Nah, bro. We're not doing this game, bro. So now you don't want people running. You don't want people doing certain things. So when I do go in there and I do stop somebody, now you don't like the way I stopped them. Come on, bro. You damned if you do, you damned if you don't. Shakur stopped the last man you put in that ring. So why are you calling him Tom and Jerry? You know why you're not calling Devin that right now? Because Devin actually saved the day as far as when it comes to these fights happening. Because the Turk will never do that again, bro. The Turk will never do that again. When he threw on that May 2nd card in New York City, when he had Ryan versus Roley and he had all these other guys, he already had it in his head that he thought what was going to happen. You could tell. It's apparent, bro. He had posters already made for fights that wasn't even going to happen. In his mind already, he's thinking, Ryan's going to beat Roley. Devin's going to beat the hell out of Jose Ramirez, right? Tio's going to beat Barboza. Boots is going to beat Stanionis later on. And then I'm going to have Tio fight Boots. And then I'm going to get the winner of that to fight the winner of Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, let's not forget that before that fight, none of these guys were at 147. None of them were at 147. The only person at 147 was Jaron and his boots and Stanionis. Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, Rolly, and Ryan Garcia were all from 140. Rolly had just moved up to 140 and got a belt there. Got a damn blessing from old man Barroso, right? Remember that fight? Then he lost at the fucking Pitbull. Ryan never fought at 147 to my understanding. I know he came in overweight when he fought Devin, but I don't remember Ryan ever fighting at 147. In fact, Ryan didn't even campaign at 140 correctly. Ryan, when he fought Javier Fortuna and he fought all these other guys, those were all catch weights, bro. I was going back and looking at them. It was like 143, 142. Like, nobody obeys these weights no more. People just making up shit, bro. Yeah, I'll fight you. I'll fight you at 142.8. Motherfucker, that's not a weight class. Like, what weight class is that? It's mine. It's mine. These guys are not even these guys are fighting in made up shit. So none of those guys were at 147 at that time. And the Turk already thinks, okay, this is what's going to happen. So then the May 2nd card. And then on top of that, let's talk about that disaster. Let's talk about, you would think, this is why I know for a fact Turk don't care about his money, bro. This man got so much money. I wish I had that type of problem. He got so much money that when he spends it, he don't even care if he spends it properly. How much does it cost to shut down NY City blocks? It's gonna cost you a lot, sir. How much? Pay the man. And then don't even try to figure out, well, the schedule and this and that, or how we're gonna do this, right? No, it's all gonna work out, right? None of it worked out, bro. None of it worked out. All these, it looked cool. A lot of them were showing up in taxi cabs and in cars and shit like that. I already knew something was off with the pay-per-view when the shit started and they couldn't find the Japanese kid. Which, by the way, did y'all see David Morrell didn't show up to the weigh-in yesterday? That happened again yesterday. His opponent comes out on the scale, and everyone's like, where's David Morrell? They couldn't find him. What is going on with these guys? Like, what is going on? And the Japanese kid, they didn't know where he was at, right? So what do? They put iShow Speed and KSI, two YouTubers, with a fucking here, y'all. Play PlayStation and keep the camera on them. Yeah, that's what they were doing. They were sitting there like, yeah, and you could tell they're shocked. They're like, really? Oh, fuck. Well, this is what I do anyway for a living. And just started talking shit to each other. Yeah, let's play a game of Undisputed because they couldn't find the Japanese kid, bro. All unorganized as hell. But getting back to why he's not getting on Devin. All those fights happen, right? None of the results are what he was looking for. None of them are what he was looking for. So now he's upset. And let's not forget the main thing on top of all that. That day, when they had the May 2nd card, what was the very next day? What was the very next day? Canelo Alvarez versus William Sco. The very next day, bro. So he already has it in his, what they say, like a bad taste, right? You're already upset because you spent a lot of money on this New York card thinking spectacular knockouts was going to happen and Devin was going to have a great performance. And I even think Tio, even though he had the best performance, it was It was It wasn't really that good, bro. It really wasn't. It's not a rewatchable fight for me. I'll tell you that right now. Like, the Tio fight is not a rewatchable fight for me. It's an okay performance. It was the best performance at that time. So then, the very next day is Canelo and William Sco. We all saw what William Sco did. So now the Turk is pissed. But then it gets even worse. So after that happens, the Turk is probably like, okay, well, we could still revisit the Ryan and Devin fight, right? I mean, fans will still watch that, won't they? Well, then Ryan's like, man, fuck Devin. I ain't fighting him. Nah, I lost to Rolly and I'm good right now. And you know how Ryan is with his whole, he's like T.O. sometimes. Ryan is like T.O. sometimes, bro, with his undecisiveness and shit. When he gets to one of those moves, you don't know what the fuck Ryan's going to do. You don't know what he's going to do. So Ryan gets to one of those moods and he's like, nah, I'm not fighting Devin. So now the Turk's like, what? Oh, no. All right, let's get the T.O. and Boots. Come on, guys. Let's get the T.O. and Boots. No answer from Boots. No answer from Boots. Boots don't answer nobody. Boots don't say nothing. Boots and that. Boots and that. Right. So now the T.O. and Boots fight ain't happening. So nothing's working out the way he wants it to work out. So then he's like, okay, all right, I got it. I got to save the day here. Okay. I got it. I'll do T.O. and Devin. Y'all don't like each other, right? Big rivalry and this and that, right? Now T.O. is like, nah, I don't want to fight Devin. You got Ryan saying, I don't want to fight Devin. You got Boots basically saying, I don't know if I want to fight T.O. He didn't say it, but his actions are showing it, right? So then fucking he's like, oh fuck. Okay, so you don't want to fight Devin, Boots, you don't want to fight T.O. Okay, Devin and T.O. Now T.O.'s like, man, fuck Devin. I ain't fighting Devin. The money ain't the same, this and that. I ain't doing that. So now he don't want to fight. Then T.O. shoots himself in the foot and says, dictator. You know, when T.O. goes off in his bipolar shit and he doesn't think and he just fucking says shit, he says something. So now the Turk is really pissed. So now only one left is Devin for that specific thing from what I think he was trying to do at 147 at that specific time. None of those fights materialized. And then you have Brian Norman Jr. knocks out Sasaki. And then you got the one. And this is where I always have said, I will give Devin Haney credit. And I don't care. This is just an opinion. It's an opinion. When it comes to fighting and signing a contract, Devin ain't going to duck you. If the money's right, the only issue I have is when the bell rings. When the bell rings, I don't know what he's going to do. But all these fights don't materialize, right? None of them materialize. But then you got Devin over here like, yo, Turk. Now, imagine a Turk at first. He's probably looking at Devin like, I don't really want to pay you again. We know that's true. We know that's true because in the meantime, he's making all these jokes about Tom and Jerry, right? And he's not just talking about William Skull. He's talking about anybody who does it. But since Devin says, I'll fight Brian Norman Jr., which, let's be honest, not a lot of people are rushing to fight this kid, right? So now that's why the Turk went up and put on X. What did he put on X? One thing I'll give to Devin is he'll fight anybody anywhere. That's right. I seem to follow the guy that's paying everybody. I don't know about you guys, bro. I don't know about you guys. You guys might want to listen to your favorite YouTuber or your favorite narrative pusher or your favorite racist or whatever the fuck you want to call these guys, right? All these guys tend to act like they know what's going to happen in boxing or they know which fight is going to happen or what's going on in contracts. Let them do that. I tend to follow the guy who's paying everybody because, yeah, he might be wrong sometimes, but I'll tell you what, he's a lot more right than he is wrong. So when I see a fighter and a fighter is like, yes, Turk put that on the table, Turk paid for it. And once the Ring magazine says, yes, that's true, they gave him an offer, I kind of put two and two together. Everything else that you see from all these channels, they could be true, they might not be true. I don't know. I tend not to get into the contract shit, bro. But I will tell you one thing. If I am going to get into that, I tend to stick with the dude that's paying everybody, bro. I'd rather take his word than over somebody who's not there when the contract's being made. So, once again, Devin Haney is like, I want to redeem myself. So, once he signs the Brian Norman Jr. contract, now you see Turkey kind of changing the tune. Like, you know what? Devin will fight anybody anywhere. He's got to say that. Because all that shit fell apart, bro. Ryan and Devin, T.O. and Boots, T.O. and Devin. all that shit fell apart. And Devin was the only one that was like, yo, I'm still here though. I'll fight. It's almost like if you're playing, it's almost like y'all ever been on the, y'all ever used to make teams when you was outside, like growing up and shit? Y'all all picking teams and shit. You see the one kid like, me. Like, no, skip over him. I'll take him. Who you got? Yeah, I'll take him over there. Yeah, I'll take him over there. Me. You just ignore him. Like, all right, boom. Got it. All right, bro, we got 7. Oh, we got 8. Huh? Yeah, we got 8, bro. You only got 7, bro. And you look, me. Oh, there's the only one left. You're like, fuck it. Come on, kid. That's literally how I interpret this whole contract shit. Because it was supposed to be Ryan and Devin, bro. And Tio and Boots. How do we know? They had posters about it. They were talking about it. And that's why I got upset with Tio, although when I heard him say on X, what they call it, X Spaces, is that what they call it? When I heard him speak on there, I kind of understood why. But my issue with Tio is, just because I understand you there as a fan, the other shit you do is like the boy that cries wolf, bro. I don't know when to take you serious, my guy. I don't know when to take you serious. That's why I use the boy that cried wolf as an example when it comes to Tio. You play around too much, you're indecisive too much, you say shit a lot of times, and I don't know whether to take you serious. And then when you are serious, nobody believes you. No, nobody believes you. When you every day you're like, oh, the wolf is coming, save the sheep. That's that old tale, that old history tale or whatever. And then, you know, the kid would say like the wolf is coming, and then all the villagers would come with their guns and shit. They would have to get ready. And by the time they get there, the kid's laughing like, like, you little bastard. Then he keeps doing it. And then one day he's up there and he sees the biggest wolf he's ever seen in his damn life. And he's like, wolf. And the people are like, he's just playing again. And everything gets slaughtered and eaten up because nobody took you serious, bro. That's how I look at Tio sometimes. But when I heard what he said on X in regards to the Devin fight, it made sense. If you're going to pay me for this much for the Boots fight, then I want that same amount. I want the same treatment for Devin. But here was what you don't understand. Like, why should he pay the same for Devin? Why? It's not the same type of fight. It's a totally different fight. The bar is different. I also feel like you need to take into people's accounts what they did their last fight, bro. I really do. I really do feel like what you did in your last fight should count for something, man. If I had a horrible performance my last fight, that should count for something. Until I prove to you, until I give you another fight where I do a lot better, you should be pointing to that fight. What other fight which one are you gonna point at? Are you gonna point at the fight I just fought last, or you're gonna keep bringing up some fight I did 5 years ago? Yeah, but in 2003, Shadow did that. Who gives a fuck what Shadow did in 2003? What did he do in his last fight? He looked like shit. Okay, well then I'm going with that. Why do you keep bringing up what he did in 2003, 2008? That don't matter. Your last fight is as good as your last fight, bro. So I look at what I see with Devin and Brian Norman Jr. and all that shit, bro. It's all good. It's great for content. I already know the fathers are going to go at it. The fathers are going to go back and forth. I know Devin's going to act tough in front of his entourage and do all this type of shit, right? I know people want to take hours and break that shit down, but really, I don't really see much to break down other than I've seen it before. And I know how he is. And I know that he's going to do all this and Bill's going to do all that. And the promotion's going to be great. It's going to be grade A stuff, bro. But then once that bell rings, he's going to go right back to doing what he's always doing. And that's the issue I've always had. It ain't that the fact that they don't provide. They are content. And I would love nothing more than for me to go live on Sunday and be like, yo, Devin Haney had a masterful performance, bro. I actually want that, bro. And if you guys have been watching me and paying attention to me, you guys will know that I literally said this man was going to knock out Jose Ramirez. The words that, I can't believe I said that, but the words that came out of my mouth was, he's going to, it should be like a Floyd and a Toro Gotti type shit. because he's got something to prove. You know, I feel like the kid's got a lot of, he's got to deal with shit from people like me and and I'm a small channel, but like there's a lot of people that always talking shit to you on X and bringing up the Ryan fight and all that other shit. That shit's a lot to carry, man. Then on top of that, right, they took your loss away, but most people remember that fight, right? So even though your record says you're undefeated, to most people, you're not. To your fans, you are. To your father, you are. To the people that really rock with you, you are. But to the rest of the world, you're not undefeated, bro. Because we will forever remember that fight. At least I speak for me. So I, for one, was like, Devin's going to fuck him up, bro. Devin's going to knock out Ramirez. That's what I thought. Now, regardless, right? I would love nothing better than to give Devin nothing but full credit, bro. I don't hate the kid. I just want exciting fights. But I'm telling you right now, great fucking promotion. Him and his father are going to go back and forth. We might even see another scuffle or two before the fight. We might even see 3 more scuffles. I guarantee you when that bell ring, he's going to go right back to do what he's doing. I guarantee you. I guarantee you it's going to look like this. And I hope he proves me wrong, bro. I really do. Now, Matias, on the other hand, and Puello, as a fight not a lot of people are talking about, that's a good fight. David Morrell is fighting somebody that he didn't really have to fight. David Morrell is still growing. That's a good fight. The dude he's fighting is a power puncher, undefeated, right? Definitely look like he's on steroids. Berlanga, y'all know how I feel about Berlanga, but he did throw a thong at Oscar De La Hoya. And I found that shit hilarious. I found that to be the funniest shit. That was the first time Berlanga ever did something where I was like, holy shit. I think I like that. Like, I'm scared. You don't understand. I don't like Berlanga so much. I'm scared to like the kid, bro. I just don't like him. I don't like him. He reminds me of my cousins. He reminds me of everybody else I've ever grown up around in the East Coast, bro. Just disrespectful as fuck. And for some reason, I can't get that out of my mind. Like, he reminds me of one of my cousins, bro, the way he acts, bro. And every time I look at him, I used to be like, I just want to knock you out, bro. I just want to knock you out. And that's who he reminds me of. And he's so well, he threw the thong and you know why he got so mad at Oscar De La Hoya? He got so mad at Oscar De La Hoya because Oscar De La Hoya said, Oscar stupid. He said, you're not really Puerto Rican. Like, I've been asking, where's your passport? Like, Puerto Ricans don't have passports, bro. We are already citizens. So I know he's fucking with him, right? Then he said, but I think what really got him mad was when he said, Canelo beat your ass. And you turned around and said, you're my idol. You're my idol, Canelo. I even got at him for that. That's what got Berlanga mad. Those two things right there had Berlanga fuming. And then also De La Hoya said, you said you was going to smack me when you see me. So yeah, go ahead. Smack me. Remember when he said that on his, he did a little short. He said, you said at the press conference with Canelo Alvarez, you was going to smack me when you see me. Well, I'm going to be there this week to support my fighter, William Cepeda, when he fights Shakur Stevenson. I want you to smack me. So all those things together had him tight, bro. Had him tight, bro. Fucking Oscar De La Hoya is nuts, bro. And I can't tell when Oscar's on coke or not. I can't tell when he's on drugs or not. Let me see. Hold on. Here. Y'all, this is the shit. Berlanga was bugging, bro. Berlanga was bugging, bro. Hold on. Did they really like update this thing? They updated this whole thing.
This guy, oh baby. Hey,
You got a little. Wait, hold on. Hold on. And I got a fucking gift for my little fucking stripper. Edgar, you got a little fucking.
He called Oscar De La Hoya a stripper, bro. He called him a stripper.
Stripper. Look at me.
Is that a Louis?
Yeah, for you. Yeah.
Is that real?
Yeah. Yeah, for you. Look, remember this shit? Remember that shit?
wait. Oh yeah. Hey, I do actually.
Yeah, remember
Hey.
this shit?
First of all, sit down. You have no world titles. You have no world titles. Oh yeah, let me put them on now. Let me put them on now, baby. I got some on right here for you. Come here, I got some right here for you. Wait, listen to me. Listen to this. This guy's not even Puerto Rican. I've been asking for your Puerto Rican passport. Where is it at?
Bruh, Oscar be bugging with this dude. He's told him to his face like 50 times he's not Puerto Rican. And every time he does that, it just gets him more upset. Oscar De La Hoya is like the biggest troll out there, bro.
Where's your Puerto Rican passport?
Yes,
Where's your Puerto Rican passport? I'm more Puerto Rican than you.
Stop robbing fucking
I'm more
fighters,
Puerto
man.
Rican than you.
Stop robbing
What are
fighters,
you
man.
talking about?
Berlanga, you know, that's another reason why I don't like Berlanga. Like, look at his mentality, bro. I hope that's not real money. He's got the mind of like a 12-year-old kid, bro. You know what I'm gonna do? I got a great idea, yo. I'm gonna take 10,000. I'm gonna take 10 bands out the yeah. How about this, yo? I'll take a thong and I'll throw it at Oscar. And his boys will probably like, oh yeah, that's some funny shit, right? All right, and then I'm gonna take like $10,000 and throw it at Oscar. And that's where that's where your friends should go. What? Why are you gonna do that? Why are you gonna throw money? And Shakur took out a belt. Oh, by the way, I think Shakur is gonna beat Cepeda. Like, clearly. He is like the Puerto Rican Adrian Broner. He is. G Funky, if Devin does put on a great performance, I swear to you, bro, I really do want that though. I do. I don't know if you saw my last live, G Funky, but I actually kind of feel bad for Devin. Not like feel like he's got a lot of money and everything like that. It's not that. You look at what's going on in his life, especially with his wife. Like, I don't think that's right. You know, I know people want to go at him with his wife and everything like that. But I feel like when it's your wife and there's kids involved and shit, I don't feel like you should go at the man's wife. However, he should have known that. Like, wasn't she a stripper? So it's like that comes with the territory. But Devin's got a lot of shit that he goes through. Like, if you ever look at him on X, it's horrible. I don't even know why he goes on X. I don't even know why. Devin will be sitting there and put up a random tweet like this. Random. Hey, man, it's a beautiful day out here. And all you see underneath is pussy running for dear life when you're in the ring. Soft ass hands. This ninja scared. Just constantly. And all he does is put up a random tweet. But then he makes things worse for himself because then he'll put up, like, I don't like it. I don't like it when the Haneys try to degrade other great fighters. That's another thing I don't like. Why are you talking about Sugar Ray Leonard? And why are you talking about all the greats and stuff? Do you know that Bill Haney and Devin Haney took a 10-second clip of the great Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard. They took a clip from when he was fighting Marvin Hagler, and Marvin Hagler had caught Sugar Ray with a body shot where he had to recover. So we kind of took, when you get hit with a body shot, you got to recover, right? So it might take like, I don't know, a couple seconds, right? They clipped that part. They clipped the part where he gets hit with a stomach shot and he has to recover, which kind of causes him to move backwards, to gain he got hurt. They clip just that part. They don't show you what happened before. They clip that and go, well, did you say Sugar Ray was running? Like, that's the shit. I feel like. And then you got people that'll look at that and go, man, facts. Sugar Ray did fight like that. No, he didn't, bro. No, he didn't. Sugar Ray's worst performance is like better than 90% of the fighters that we see today. Duran, Hagler, all these guys, their worst days is 90% better than most of the people that we see fighting right now. And that's hands down. And by the way, did you see how tall Shiraz is compared to Berlanga? You see how tall he is, bro? This fight right here, I'm real interested in. This is going to be a sleeper fight, bro. Matias versus Puello. Sleeper fight tomorrow, bro. Sleeper fight. Where is the famous picture of Oscar in this shit? Hold on. Oscar looking like a stripper. Hey, y'all know the story behind Oscar with the fishnet, right? Y'all know that that this picture right here with Oscar, right? Y'all know this, right? This picture right here was never supposed to get out. And I don't know if you guys know the story behind this picture right here. I don't know if you guys know the story. Right? But this is, first off, this shit's embarrassing. You could tell you're on coke or drugs, bro. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at that. How much coke do you have to be on for you to put this on, Oscar? How much coke you got to be on, bro? And not only one time. Not only one time. The reason why he gets trolled so much is because it's been so many times. He's dressed up as a woman so many times, bro. Look at this. Look at this one. You see? You type in Oscar De La Hoya with fishnets. This isn't just one picture that he took like on a bad afternoon. Like, I can understand if you high and you drunk and you having a bad day and you take one. Nah, brother. This is him on multiple different days. This is a binge right here, bro. For you to put on, look at this shit. Look at this one right here. Look at this one. This is crazy. Hold up. Look at this one. Is this the original? So you got that one right there. You see that one? Look, he's even got his ass out, bro. It looks like Oscar was midway like twerking right there, right? Then you got the other one. You got the one where he's hugging on some chick, right? You got the other one where he looks like Michael Jackson. You got the other one. I bet y'all never saw this one before. You got this one right here too. Look at this one. Look at that one on the bottom right. Right? So I don't know how to take that, but it's weird. That's weird. I've been high in my life. I've been high before. I don't do drugs no more, but I've never once gotten so high where I was like, yeah, you know, maybe I should put on a thong and shit and some high heels and twerk. Never. I don't know where that coke came from, bro, but that shit is strong. And even with that, he's still able to troll everybody, bro. Still able to troll everybody. But by the way, we go down to what I think is going to happen tomorrow, because I think I'm going to go live tomorrow. Before I get out of here, I think I'm going to go live tomorrow. Sunday is my birthday, but I don't know if I'm going live tomorrow or not, because I'm putting together this. I got this thing coming in the mail. Just real quick, let me show you what I got. And if you want to get one, it's $200 off because I got one. Let me see. Hold up. The bike deals over here. I got this right here. Let me show you what I got. Right here. I got this. Now, I don't know how long it's going to take for me to put it together, but I can't wait till it comes in. You see that? Where is it at? I got the smart bike. It's like a Peloton. It comes with a screen and it's got magnets on it. And so if I want, I could put up I could go like Iceland, right? And then the actual scenic route will pop up. And every time I pedal, it moves the screen. And when I go uphill, the magnets are automatic. They snap in to simulate like I'm going uphill. So I could say, fuck it, I wanna take a bike ride in Australia. Boom, I put on the scenic route, and it's literally, I don't know if they're using Google Earth, but the shit is cool as hell. And I'll be biking, and I can see the cars going behind me. And if I move to the right, I move to the right. And if I go uphill, it'll simulate me going uphill. Well, anyway, that's coming in, and I got to put that shit together. I don't know, but I still want to go live tomorrow because I don't want to miss tomorrow's fight, because we got a good lineup tomorrow, man. Tomorrow's fights are good, bro. I totally forgot Matias was fighting. Like, Matias and Puello is a good fight, along with David Morrell and the dude he's fighting. Those are bangers, bro. Those are bangers that not a lot of people are talking about. Neither of those guys are going to back up. David Morrell might get knocked out tomorrow, bro. I hope not, because I like David Morrell. But the guy he's fighting, high, like good as hell, good knockout ratio. And then Shakur supposedly got his hands fixed, right? That's what he's saying. He's saying he got his hands fixed, but his hands better be fixed. I'll tell you this right now. I didn't like what I saw with Cepeda at the press conference, because not that I could tell too much by what a person is going to do, by what they look like or say, but I could tell you this. It was the first press conference where I saw Cepeda. He didn't look like he wanted to be there. There's which one was it? You see his face and he's like, I don't know. It's like he's forced to be there. Then Shakur kept bringing up the fact that Oscar De La Hoya is lying. Oscar De La Hoya kept saying, "Oh, you know, we wanted this fight," and Shakur Stevenson is like, "No, you guys are lying to the public. You're lying to the public. You did not want this fight. I tried to fight him before, and y'all ducked me. And the reason why Shakur says, the reason why you took the fight now is because he had no choice in a way, because he's ranked number 1 in the WBA and the WBC and the so Cepeda was ranked number 1 in all sanctioning bodies. So what Shakur is trying to say is, you can't duck me. You can't duck me because you rank number 1 in all these sanctioning bodies. So you either are going to step out the way and then you're going to be made to look like a duck, because if you don't fight me, people are going to be like, why didn't you fight him or whatever. So he's kind of saying like they were forced to step in the ring with him. And he says that Shakur's been lying, that Oscar De La Hoya's been lying the whole time and this and that. Anyway, with that being said, if nothing is wrong with Shakur Stevenson's hands, I got him clearly beating Cepeda. But if something's wrong with his hands, it's going to be a long night for him. Because Cepeda doesn't stop throwing punches at all, bro. At all. You want to talk about a pressure fighter. Cepeda is all gas, no brakes, bro. All gas, no brakes. So if you got nothing to keep this man off of you, he's going to walk you down. And what's worse is Devin don't fight. I mean, Shakur don't fight like Devin. See, Devin uses his feet a lot. You know, he's moving around with his feet, and that costs a lot of energy and stuff. But Shakur kind of like doesn't really do that. Shakur's defense is more coming from distance and using his waist. So if you're in the corner, I'm curious to see what happens when Shakur gets, when he's circling, because he's, you know, he's not like he just stands there. He's going to have to circle. But when he gets to the corner, sometimes when he's in the corner, is he going to like step to the side, or is he going to let Cepeda come forward? Because I think the later half of that fight is probably the most important when it comes to Cepeda and Shakur Stevenson. The second half of that fight is going to be crucial. I don't think the beginning actually means too much, bro. I don't think it's going to mean too much. I think if Cepeda is going to win some rounds, it's going to be the beginning. I think that Shakur is going to figure out the rhythm and the timing. And I think that by the mid rounds to the later rounds, Shakur is going to be picking them apart. That's just what I think. Berlanga, just knowing how Berlanga is, he might get knocked out, bro. I don't know. Berlanga got to win this. In my opinion, he's got to win this. You lost to Canelo in your last fight. You only got to pass. You got to pass because it's Canelo. But you damn near lost almost every single round. And then you acted like you won that fight. And you went to Puerto Rico and you threw the first pitch out on the Mets and shit. And you took a world tour. Like, you beat Canelo, bro. You went the distance with somebody. You didn't beat anybody, bro. I've never seen anybody lose the way he did. If I'm going to lose, I want to lose like Berlanga. I want to lose like him. This dude acted like he won. If you would have looked at Berlanga and not seen the fight, you'd have been like, yo, he beat Canelo's ass. You'd be like, damn, he's celebrating. I gave the man no rounds. None. I don't even remember any rounds I gave him, bro. He lost all that. And then at the end of the fight, he went from Mr. Disrespectful to, man, you my idol. Canelo, I love you. That's what he did. So I feel like he needs to win tomorrow. Matias needs to win tomorrow. David Morrell needs to win tomorrow. There's a lot of fighters I feel like they need. I know you're supposed to always need to win. No, the circumstances. David Morrell is coming off a loss to David Benavidez. He taking 2 losses in a row is not good. Matias came off a loss. I'm not sure if he did or not. Did Matias take another fight since he lost in Puerto Rico? But anyway, he had a horrible outing in Puerto Rico and lost. Berlanga lost. When you take an L, you can't afford to take back-to-back L's. So Berlanga, Matias, Berlanga, Matias, and David Morrell kind of have their back against the wall, and all of them got dangerous opponents too, which makes for an exciting fight. Matias is fighting undefeated Puello, who beat Antoine Russell, who beat what's his name? What's his name? I always get his name mixed up. The dude that gave Teofimo problems. The one that gave Teofimo problems. He beat him. So, yeah. Before I get out of here, let me see the oh, you like the bike, right? Yeah, the bike, yeah. It's cool, man. You know, I figured I'm gonna get something that's worth it, you know. Is good for my health, you know. Before I get out of here, let me look at this real quick. The fight schedule. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, here we go. So this is starting tomorrow, right? Okay. So of course, I think I'm gonna cover this tomorrow. I think I am. Even if the bike comes in, I might just cover this tomorrow. And I'll put the bike together on Sunday. That's what I'll probably do. And I don't even know if I'll be back in time for the bike because I'm supposed to be going out too. So I'm not sure. You know what? I think I'm going to stream this though. Because I am looking forward to this fight because, I mean, you look at the bout card itself, right? Let me take a look at that real quick, right? Look at the these are good fights here, bro. These are good fights. Yeah, don't let anyone fool you and say this is a mid card. This is not a mid card. David Morrell versus that dude Katayev. I can't say his name for shit. I can't say none of these Middle Eastern dudes' names anyway. But undefeated, high knockout ratio. David Morrell is coming off a loss with David Benavidez. So Morrell kind of needs this win. The dude's undefeated. So both these are power punches. That's going to be, I think this fight ends in a knockout, right? Then you got the second fight, Puello versus Matias. Such an underrated fight. Puello beat Antoine Russell, undefeated champion, versus Puerto Rico's Subriel Matias. And this, both of their styles, bro. If Matias keeps the pressure on Puello, who knows, bro? Who knows? The thing I like about Puello, he's tall, he's lanky, and he's crafty. He's crafty. It's hard. Like, but it's not going to be easy for Matias to just walk him down. Fucking Antoine Russell couldn't walk the man down. He gave Antoine Russell problems, bro. All the way up to the last round, he gave him problems, bro. So then you got Edgar Berlanga. Wait a second. What's the main event tomorrow? Is the main event Shakur Stevenson and Cepeda? Or is the main event... Look at this. Hold on a second. Did they change that? They changed it? Or was it always like that? Can someone tell me? Because now I'm confused. Okay, well, regardless, bro. Regardless. Let's just keep it like that. So then you have Berlanga versus Shiraz. Berlanga versus Shiraz. Shiraz is moving up in weight and towers over Berlanga, bro. Once again, Berlanga. Now, this is the first time Berlanga is fighting somebody where Berlanga is tall, bro, and he's a big boy. He's looking up at bro. This dude is tall as hell. So He's gonna have to overcome that. And then the main event will be Shakur Stevenson versus Cepeda. And I think, like I said, I think Shakur is gonna win this fight. And when I say win, I don't think it's gonna be close. Like, I don't think this is gonna be one of those fights where at the end you're gonna be like, man, I don't know, it could have went that way, it could have went that way. No, I think at the end of the fight, whoever wins, we're gonna be like, that was a clear win. I do think it's going the distance. I do think it's going the distance. Just don't be surprised, bro, if Shakur puts a one-way beating on this dude, bro. I still got faith in Shakur. The one thing I give to Shakur, he tries. In my opinion, he tries. He literally tries. It's just sometimes he's trying and he's like, I can't hurt this guy, so he stops trying. That's different. At least you're trying. He's not going in there like, I'm not going to attempt to try. No, he goes in there. He's like, I'm going to try. I'm going to try to hurt him. I'm going to try to knock him out. But if I can't do it, I'm going to stop, because then I'm putting myself in danger. Every time I've seen him, other than the De Los Santos fight, he tried, bro. He tried. But with that being said, bro, I hope you have a blessed morning. I'll try to stream this fight when it comes on later tonight. You have a blessed day. I guess day or night. Y'all get what I'm saying. Take care. See you tomorrow.